is the way we consume content today, specifically on OTT platforms, on OTT streaming, and is this whole OTT environment that we all have now gotten used to, is it all just a big scam? And I want to kind of explain why I think it's a scam, right? Let's go back to the 90s, where basically we were all used to cable TV, right? Where I don't know how many people relate to this, but uh, basically what show we wanted to watch used to come out in the newspaper. The schedule used to come out in the newspaper early in the morning, and
Correct.
then you sort of reviewed. Okay, maybe, okay, we want to watch. I was a kid at this time, so I'm just going to very clearly say we used to say when is Pokemon going to be showing on Cartoon Network, or when is Beyblade going to be showing, or when is Transformers going to be showing, right? Or Dragon Ball Z for that matter. And then we used to wait for it, and then we used to be lucky. If we were lucky, and if like we were able to watch it, great. Otherwise, we had to wait for the next day, where in the afternoon they showed a recap of that show, right?
Correct.
Then we transitioned to satellite TV, and here in India, I'm sure it was in the abroad, it was like Sky TV in the UK specifically, and here we got Tata Sky, right? Where they're like, oh, this revolutionary new thing where basically, yeah, your channels are the same, but you can see the schedule on the TV, okay? And apparently everything was supposed to be good, like the especially the clarity of the transmission or whatever was much better than what you got on cable TV, right? But yeah, we still had to wait. We had to wait, and then came in the subscription per channel, where if we, let's say for example, wanted to watch a sports match, right, football or cricket or the Premier League or something like that, we had to pay per channel, especially if it did not come in our pack, right? And of course, then there was the whole illegal streaming phase of the 2000s, where we all have illegally streamed stuff which we wanted
I
to
have no
watch.
idea what you're talking about.
Akash has to give this
You can
disclaimer
neither
because,
confirm nor deny.
yes,
Uh,
because he's from the US, so like you don't know what the authoritarian regime over there is
and
going to say
nowadays,
something
apparently, I hear they deport you over anything.
or anything. So yeah. Anyway,
Pays to be
right.
politically correct,
You can see
literally.
the sweat over there.
So yeah, basically we used to pay per channel. Then came in OTT, where basically you pay one price and you'll be able to see any show, any movie that you want on demand, right? And that was basically supposed to revolutionize it. Sort of killed, supposedly killed
Cable
satellite
TV.
TV, right?
Mm. Mm.
And we'll get into the numbers on this podcast. But today, I am back to paying close to 4 or 5 different subscriptions, right? I pay for Netflix, I pay for what we have in India here, Geo Hotstar, right? I pay for your different, what do you say, any other, I don't know, just name any other OTT, and we all pay for it, right? Z,
Yeah,
Sony,
Apple
stuff like that,
TV, Sony
Apple TV,
Live.
yeah, and we pay for all these things. And like for example, if I want to watch a show today, I spend, like for example, if I want to watch a show while eating my dinner, I have to go through multiple OTT platforms to find that particular show and then watch it. And then my question is, how is that different from satellite TV? Right? Fine, I don't have to wait for a schedule, but still, I'm again now paying multiple subscriptions, what I used to pay during satellite TV. Okay, and now I am back to sort of doing the same thing, and rather, it's sometimes even getting way more expensive. So, we OTT came in and disrupted satellite TV. It disrupted the way we uh, sort of consume content, but we are back to a very similar model. So very quickly, I'm gonna bring in Akash Borwankar and Siddhant Chawla to sort of give their thoughts on this and whether they share my frustrations on this.
So I have a point there. I think we should do a separate podcast on the things that don't frustrate the annoyed. It'll be a very short podcast, probably our shortest episode, maybe 5 minutes. But coming to the discussion here, uh, when OTT came in, and I think in most places, this current shape and form of OTT, like we know today, began with Netflix. And I think the fact is that they said watch anytime from anywhere, and that is what disrupted the market. So when it started off, I will say it was truly an innovation. Because the fact that I don't have to look at ads, the fact that I don't have to wait a week for an episode to come out, it hit all the sore spots when it comes to a consumer viewing entertainment, uh, like most innovation does. I think currently the state of OTT is what usually happens to innovation when capitalism comes in. Okay. You've got to keep the shareholders happy. You've got to keep your profit margins rolling. And because of that, they have realized that there was a reason that cable TV was so successful. It ensured a longer, and like you said, we'll get into the numbers, but it ensured a longer average revenue per user over a lifetime. Episodes used to go on like anybody. I'm sure everybody, even if you've never watched it, you all know of Tarak Mehta ka Ulta Chashma. Okay. That show started, God knows when. It is still on. When that show started, and this, my brother and I have done a experiment with a stopwatch. When that show started, it was a 30-minute show with 5 minutes worth of ads in the middle. And there was a complete story arc that used to get completed per episode. Today, it lasts for 17 to 18 minutes. The remaining 12 minutes is ad. And the same story arc will take you Monday to Friday instead of getting over on one day. We have
Yeah,
sat and
Akash and
done
I
this.
have our own shared trauma from our college days about Taarak Mehta ka Ooltah Chashma, thanks to a very dear friend and roommate of
Who
ours.
shall remain
Uh, b-
unnamed.
yeah. He knows who
But
he is probably, but like yeah,
But yeah,
God.
coming back to my point. So the point is the reason TV and cable was so successful is because it managed to drag out the revenue that they could extract per user. Netflix came and disrupted that. It was great, but then people soon realized it's not sustainable. I know we'll get into that into the remaining chapters. What chapters? I'm saying shit, man. I'm still in school. Remaining parts of this podcast. But yeah, that's my opinion, and this is why I feel that yes, OTT is sort of reverting back to cable TV, but maybe a slightly modern version of it where we are given the illusion of choice. So yeah, I mean, Akash.
I think it was a bubble which was sort of waiting to burst, so to speak, because just the sheer number of millions of dollars even Netflix to date invests into just basically creating original content in the, and I was reading this somewhere where the KPI apparently is uh, the KPI they measure it is by just by how many subscribers they were able to retain